What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Roy's back, guys. Now, I know there's been a lot of controversy going on with the Saitama swap delay and an additional delay of the Saitarealty, and I've been real quiet. I haven't been doing any streaming or anything of that nature, but people have been asking for my input, so this is it. Now, before we begin, guys, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Leave a comment as well, please, and thank you. So, guys, I'm going to keep it absolutely real. For me right now, I have iPhone, and the Saitama swap still is not properly loading for me as it should. Now, as you all know, this should have been out on, I believe it was yesterday. It was supposed to be out, even though it was delayed. The original date the swap was supposed to be working fully for everybody was the day before yesterday, and Saitarealty was supposed to launch yesterday, which then got pushed to today, which then got pushed now to Friday. Okay, now before we even get into that, they do have a memo for us to read on Twitter. I'm gonna pull it up in just 1 second, but I'm just gonna give my 2 cents right now, guys. So it hasn't been working for me. Okay, it wasn't until late last night, almost 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., wherever you guys are, I'm Eastern Standard Time, that the Android swap started to work. And now the big dilemma was that we were waiting on seeing what's going to happen for us iOS users. We were left hanging in that sense, right? Now, Russ did say that it was going to take more time for the iOS to have the update rolled out. I believe that's more on Apple's end on themselves for not accepting the update as quickly as the Android users were able to get their updates rolled out. Maybe an Apple situation. However, we cannot disregard the fact that the delays are piling up and the results are being shown right in front of our eyes on the chart. For the last couple of weeks, guys, we have been sitting underneath a $1 billion market cap. Now, I'm not saying it's over for Saitama. I'm very long-term in my thinking. I'm a long-term holder in this project. Even before the hype of Saitama in the Las Vegas event, I already told myself I was going to be a long-term holder, and I already identified this project as a long-term project. So, from a long-term view, it's not too bad of a situation. However, in a short-term, day-to-day view, it's not looking the best right now. Looking at the chart, we are upwards in comparison to where we were these last 2 days. We had a little dip earlier, and it seems to be coming back up into the 17s as I'm recording right now. Now, the question is, will we at least see the 2s once the swap is 100% working for everybody, including myself, and we get to see Saitarealty launching on Friday? That I can only hope for. However, I feel as though looking at the back and forth situation of people saying that, people are flooding Saitama, people are leaving, Saitama holders are bashing other people for wanting to sell their bags and getting impatient, this, that, and the other. My honest take on it is that you can't really blame those people because in the day-to-day scenario, Saitama has been promising certain things and not living up to those expectations. Now, we got to remember that this is an early project, this is an early company, and these are usually the hiccups that I'm sure majority of all startup companies encounter. The difference is that this one is being shown to us in a public eye. Now, fast forwarding in like a year or two from now, if they were to still have hiccups like this, then it would not be acceptable. It would not be much forgivable, because in an everyday standard for any type of company, any type of app, if it has this many issues, people aren't even going to think about using it. Now, in this case, it's different. Why? Because this is crypto. This is an entirely new space where there are no rules or regulations for us to abide by, to follow, to do what was done in the past. We're literally making it up as we go. That goes for us content creators, that goes for developers, that goes for investors and the guidelines that investors follow to buy into certain projects. We're all kind of freestyling it and taking it as it comes to us, while at the same time trying to establish some type of structure and predictability to put all of our minds at ease so we can sleep well at night. So I'm going to put that on pause. We're going to go pull up the memo that Saitama left for us, and then I'm going to go talk about this afterwards more. It says, Wolfpack, as of this early afternoon, the iOS and Android updates are live. It's version 1.11.1. It can be downloaded on the App Store and the Google Play Store, respectively. After polling the community, we have decided to postpone the launch of Saita Realty now to March 4th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, personally for me, that's a bit of an issue because right around that time is when I'm supposed to be leaving with my girlfriend to drive up to Orlando for the weekend. So this is going to be a tricky situation for me, who's been anxiously waiting to swap the Saitama that I have in Saitama for Saita Realty, but I'm going to find a way to make it work. Now let's continue reading. You will heed advice from the Wolfpack, and I know a little grammatical error again with the word advice, and give our users ample time to familiarize themselves with Saitama. They want everyone to have the time to download the update, import wallets, and feel confident that they can transact within the trading platform at the time of launch. Please continue to share any bugs or errors. The team of engineers will continue to make improvements to the app to better the user's experience. Now, that last part, I cannot blame them because, let's face it, guys, we are going to be embarking upon an app in which potentially 300,000, 330,000 people are going to be actively trying to use and actively trying to swap in order to get in on this launch for Saita Realty. The last thing all of us would need is to have additional bugs, errors, bots, hacks, anything of the blue that can screw us over in this large amount of volume going into this one app. The way I'm looking at it is that if the app still is not shabby enough to even have us taking turns trying to swap, doing little tests with Ethereum and still hold up, like for example, if we look at my phone right now, my Saitama is still loading my portfolio. It's been doing that for the last 10 minutes now. So I understand they have to take their time. They have to make sure that the app is fully ready and fully functional. I believe, I'm not sure if it's Max in the team or if it's Russ, but I do believe there might be some type of disconnect on both sides of the arena, in which whether Russ is leading the way and telling people, hey, we're going to have this at this time, we're doing this, he's doing partners and meetups and all of that in Vegas and all this hoopla, saying, yo, we're going to have this ready by this time and this ready by that time. Meanwhile, Max and the guys are like actually in the office like, no, we cannot have it at that time. I don't know if there's a disconnect going on there. Maybe for all we know, Max is trying to get Russ to not do so much forward announcements because maybe he knows that this is going to take more time than what Russ is making it seem like. Hence, as to maybe why we haven't seen Max or any of the Saitama devs appear as much in these frequent AMAs versus how much we see Russ in the AMAs. That could be a factor, or it could be completely reversed. It could be Russ has a specific timeline and gave certain contingencies on when things should be completed by, and the dev team is not working up to those standards. It could very well be that way also. We don't know. We are not in there with them. We are just on the outside looking in. Personal take on Saitama. Yes, I do believe this has potential to be very successful in the long term of things. However, in the day-to-day, right now, we are at that stage where these delays are getting to the point that now Saitama is going to have to backtrack a bit and focus on regaining the trust of the investors that were already on board prior to the Vegas event, prior to the January delay of the app, prior to the situation where Lily terminated the contract, prior to where they got Saita Realty as a way to kind of cover up a bit to make the investors have something to still spend their money on to substitute for Lily, which I'm still looking forward to, by the way, for Saita Realty. Those are the things that I believe that they're going to have to do now with Saitama in order for us to really see some major growth come back in. Because right now, as we're, oh my gosh, wasn't expecting this to happen while recording, guys, but let's go check this out. Okay, no, so it's just DEX2 is having a little glitch. Here it is. It's back to correcting itself. That was awfully strange. I was like, I know we did not just drop down to a $700,000 market cap with only 12,000 in liquidity. That would have been, I don't even know what, hey, nah, that would have just been too much right there. That would have been too much of an icing on the cake. But anyways, guys, let's keep our heads up. I understand if you're holding this like I am, guys, it is a tough time we're going through. I'm keeping it positive. Like I said, that's why I haven't been on here to do streams and stuff like that, because I really want to see what's going on and how they're going to get this going. All right, the app's still not working for me, like I said. Hopefully the next time you see me back on here, it actually is. I'll keep you guys updated. So with that being said, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this Saitama situation, and what do you think it's going to take in order to see us get back that price action we were seeing just a couple months back before all these delays, okay? I'm Jazz Royce, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.